Hello.
Hi.
And welcome back to Rantish. I'm so excited. I have a guest today, and this is a very special guest because Sarah is the namer of the podcast.
I feel so honored to be on the podcast I named.
Well, it's about time you came on because
Since how long has this been a podcast?
I want to say either 3 years. Is it 3 years in January? I think it will be 3 years in January.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah, it has been.
I still remember that conversation. Where
It
I was like,
hasn't
you need
been
a
the
podcast.
most consistent thing in the world, if
Listen.
we're being honest.
I expect nothing else from you.
For better or for worse. But it's been fun. And I said last episode, I was like, 2026 is going to be the year of the podcast. We're going to be more consistent. I have said this before.
I mean,
but I'm making strides now with like the studio.
I know. Look at how
And
good it
I'm
looks.
feeling really legit.
You are legit.
Thank you so much.
You hit your goal. Like, listen, you hit your goal. That means
I
that
know.
now you've said 2026 is the year. It will happen.
I know. Well, as long as I keep the vision, I have to say it like another 200 times and then
Listen,
maybe.
that's like 3 times a day for the next month.
Yep, that's right. Okay, it's just finding the balance of like creating the content, posting the stories, figuring out how to make money and the podcast. And it's just like, I love all of it. I genuinely do. I think it's all so much fun, but it's all so much more time consuming than I think it's going to be.
Always. Everything is that way for me.
Yeah. There's like time blindness. I know they talk about that with ADHD a lot, which I don't know if I do or don't have it, but I definitely have time blindness regardless of ADHD.
I read, and I wish I could find it off the top of my head, but there is I don't know, like it's a medical diagnosis for people who like think something will take this much time.
Mm-hmm.
And so they can fit it in between these two other things and they can't.
Yeah.
Because it takes more time than they think it will. But it's actually
And it's called something other than time blindness?
Yes.
Okay, that's just like the slang term for it or whatever.
Yeah. It's the word
Interesting.
on the streets.
The word on the streets. Okay, we'll have to look that up because I might have it.
I
What do you
don't
do
think
about
you
it? Is there like a thing?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
I was just trying to think how we met.
We met through Mara.
Oh my gosh, through Mom Tribe. Shout out Mara.
Yeah.
Okay.
We went to dinner at Blue Lemon with Mara.
With Mara. Okay. Yes. Wow.
That's when you only had 3 kids.
I was going to say, I think that was like 2017-ish, 2018 maybe.
Maybe 2019.
Okay. Was it 2019?
Yeah, because Ollie wasn't a year old yet, but he was alive.
Okay.
Yeah, 2019.
2019. We met at dinner with some friends and then we've just
been friends.
I've just been friends.
I know.
Like kind of distantly,
And you then like disappeared off of Facebook or off of Instagram and I had to go find you.
Oh, when I shut my account down?
Yes.
Oh, you missed the announcement?
Yeah.
Oh, geez. It's so hard because they always say, I mean, who's they? You know, the experts and stuff that are like yeah, exactly. They're always like, you have to say something like 10 times for people to hear or whatever, right? But I feel like anything I say more than twice, I'm just being annoying. So I don't like saying things more than twice. I have
But
this
you're not annoying.
deep
That's the
wound
thing.
of being annoying. I truly don't even know where it came from. I need to do some sort of therapy to unpack that because everything I'm always worried about being annoying. Anyway, so I did talk about it at least 2 times. And so I'm sorry that you missed it.
Yeah, I think the last I heard was you had a baby on a toilet. So
Okay.
that was the last thing I saw on Instagram from you for a long time.
Whoa. Okay.
I know. So then I had to like find you.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I did stop posting for a little. I felt like I just needed a minute.
Yeah.
Was that before or after? No, that definitely was before I shut down and then I started over. Yeah, it's true. But I also worked with a coach that was like, give yourself permission not to post on Instagram for like 2 months or something.
I don't post to my Instagram feed. I'll post on stories occasionally when I have something exciting to say.
Yeah.
And then I say nothing. I just lurk.
Yeah. Well, I think for me, because I was like, had a lot of pressure around like this requirement of needing to post all the time. And so she was like, give yourself permission not to post. So then I didn't for a while, but I genuinely missed it. Like I'm just an oversharer by nature. What can I say?
I mean, I love that about you, actually. I've learned so much from you.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Seriously.
That's so nice of you to say.
So many things. I have my eggs in a container.
Oh my gosh. I'm so happy to hear it.
And I've done that ever since I saw your hand hack about it. But then like just I've changed, and I've got a big range of kids' ages, and I refocused myself a little bit more with my littler kids because of you.
Oh my gosh. I know that you've told me like how the whole concept of motherhood as a relationship has resonated with you, and you've applied 100%. It. But that's so nice. It's always hard because I think a lot of times, because my kids are so little, and like I think parents of older children will kind of like look at me like, oh, please, you have no idea what you're talking about, which is fair because I don't, right? Like, I don't know.
But neither do they.
It's true. I mean, we're all just figuring it out.
I remember, and I've said it multiple times to my older kids, is I've never had kids this age yet.
Right.
So like, I'm figuring this out too.
Well, but I mean, I think parents that have had kids that age, and then like, but even when you have, it's like you haven't had that kid at that age, and it's completely different. Every single time. Every single time. Each kid needs something a little bit different in a different way. It's a lot. And having kids that are married and kids that are still at home and little, and kids that you know. How old is your youngest?
7.
Okay.
Almost 8. And then my oldest is 22. But having all of those different ages and trying to parent all of them together is very different than I anticipated it ever being.
Yeah, I can imagine. Well, and it's not like, because I think it's also unique in this. I mean, it's always unique to have married kids and kids, you know, that are still in elementary school. It's not always unique. That's not true. But like for some families that have kids that kind of fill in those spaces in the middle, maybe it's more of a gradual progression. Whereas you have a unique situation where it's like the 2 adult children and then the 2 young children.
Yeah.
And then like, there's not really like kids in the middle that bridge that gap.
None.
Right.
There's none, which I mean, maybe is probably for the better.
I know, like not to say one is better or worse, but it would just be very different. I think if you did, I think
so too. And I think like I'm enjoying my little kids more now than I did my big kids at this age. And I think some of that's because of you helping me reframe some things in my head without even knowing you were doing that.
Wow.
But also because I'm older and now I'm like, oh, I can enjoy this. Actually, I should have enjoyed it with
and
my big
maybe
kids.
Your support system is different now than it was then too, which would be a huge factor in the
sure.
Yeah. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was fabulous, delicious, wonderful.
Do you love traditional Thanksgiving food?
Yeah.
Okay.
We do.
Yeah. Like turkey too?
Yeah, we do a turkey.
How do you bake the turkey or cook the turkey?
I put it in a bag in my oven.
You bake it?
But I make a compound butter to put on it.
Okay. Tell me more.
So I take like butter, soften it, add some spices, and then I put it back in the fridge. Like I roll it into kind of a log of butter, if you will.
Okay. Like a sheet?
Yeah. Well, it's because then you slice it.
Oh.
And my husband calls me a serial killer at this point.
Oh dear.
Because I will separate the skin from the meat and slide the butter inside.
Oh, whoa. Is that labor intensive?
Not really. I mean, it's just what I do.
Yeah, it's just what you've done forever.
It just tastes really good at the
I've
end.
never, did you host then?
Yeah.
Do you host often?
Generally, I'll host something every year, like for my mom and my brother and my siblings who live here.
Okay.
And then, and my kids and for our little family and my family, and then we can spend it with his family as well. Scott's family does something as well, so it just depends.
I've never hosted, which I mean isn't really like.
Do you guys have family here?
We have extended family.
Okay.
So like aunts and uncles. So it's never like our house has never been a gathering place for like family things, you know?
Right.
Which I wouldn't mind, but also it's like.
Have you ever done it just on your own?
Not Thanksgiving. Well, that's not true. One year we did because we got sick like the morning up. We have the worst luck. We're usually not people that get sick very often, But for whatever reason, Thanksgiving had bad luck a few times because anyway, there was one year we actually like laugh about this, the Lucky Charms Thanksgiving, because we were planning to go to Steven's aunt's house. And it was 2021. So it was like we were out of COVID, but like COVID was very much still, a worry. And we woke up and we were just like coughing and, sore throats. And we're like, okay, we might have COVID. We obviously don't want to go to this family gathering. And so I had made pretzel jello salad to take to the gathering.
That is Claire's favorite part of Thanksgiving. And I don't know how to make it.
I've
never made it.
The worst. I am swearing it off for good. I never want to make it again. Okay. It is so stressful.
Really?
Yes. But I will rant on that in a second because so that Thanksgiving, the only place, by the time we were like determined that we were too sick to go, everywhere had closed. The only place we could find open was Walgreens. So we went to Walgreens.
Their grocery selection is top notch.
I've
heard.
Oh yeah. We go and everybody got to pick out their favorite cereal.
Love this.
And then we came home and we found some frozen veggies or something in the freezer. So we basically just had like cereal and pretzel jello salad for Thanksgiving that year.
I hate pretzel jello salad now.
I've actually never particularly liked it. I think I liked it as a kid. But my kids love it. Like I think that was their ultimate dream Thanksgiving. Like cereal, are you kidding?
You're onto something.
Yeah. And then, the dishes weren't bad.
No.
But no, if you've never made, let me talk you through the agony of the pretzel jello salad.
Please.
Okay?
Yeah.
So it's 3 layers, right? The first layer is pretzels with sugar and butter.
Okay.
You mix that together. You bake it, which is fine. That's not complicated. Then you have to wait for it to cool before you can do the next step. Okay, so we're waiting 30, 45 minutes.
Absolutely.
Then we do the next step, which is blend together the cream cheese and the whipped cream.
Okay.
And you got to blend that all together. Well, you got to blend the cream cheese. You add a bunch of sugar. It's basically cream cheese frosting at this point.
Yes.
You mix in the whipped cream. Fold it in. Then you put that on top of the cooled crust.
Okay.
Then that has to chill. So you put that in the fridge and let that
I didn't realize this was so like time consuming.
Oh my gosh. It's literally the worst. Okay. But this is the thing too. So that has to harden, but you have to make sure it is completely sealed between the whipped cream layer and the crust layer, because if there are any air bubbles, like any way for the jello to go underneath, it will harden on the crust layer and turn completely into mush. Oh. So it ruins the entire dish. So it has to be completely sealed.
Got to do a little tapping on the counter.
But it's thick. But
so it's hard. Oh.
It's so confusing. But then, okay, so, and you don't want to do it too far in advance, because if you do, then the crust gets soft and it's like not good, right? Because that's the whole point of the crust, is it needs to be crunchy. So usually what I do is I do those first 2 layers the night before, and then I do the jello layer the morning of.
Okay.
But the jello layer is really confusing because it has to set for at least 4 hours or 90 minutes, depending on if you're doing the quick set. I am telling you, it feels like freaking rocket science. It shouldn't. I understand it's not that complicated, but for me, for someone who I love being in the kitchen. I love cooking. I don't love baking. Like when things have to be precise,
it's harder.
I do not like it. Harder. It requires all of my concentration. And if there is a child asking me anything, I will lose my mind because I'm like, I'm trying to focus right now. So I just don't really like the person that I become when I'm making pretzel jello salad, which is why I think we're going to do, this is what the solution I've come up with. The solution I've come up with is a reverse order. So you just do the jello, or I could do like the whipped cream topping and the jello topping, and I could do that the day before, and then I could make the crust and just like crumble it on top.
Ooh, that could be actually
I think that's
tasty.
What we're going to do from now on, because I think that would be a lot less stressful for me.
Well, and then the crust wouldn't get
soggy.
Mushy.
You wouldn't be worried about it.
Yeah, because pretzels, we all know this, they get soft. Anywhere near water, they turn soft.
Right.
And nasty. Okay.
Well, and the other way I failed this year, in addition to the my jello didn't set all the way for whatever reason because my ratio of water to ice to whatever was wrong. I overmixed the jello. Like I was like,
you can overmix jello?
Apparently, because I had air bubbles all over the place. So I'm telling you, this recipe is the worst. Whoever
Well, what if you did like the
invented
jello and then put the whipped cream on top of it?
I know. I wonder if you could do that. It'd be hard to spread the whipped cream though on the jello layer without it like pulling away.
Or you just make it a little thinner.
Or you could just put it all in a bowl. Just like chop it up and make it like a deconstructed bowl. Why is it called a salad when it's in a 9x13 anyway?
It's a casserole at that point in my mind.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It's all very confusing.
Wow. Okay.
That is my rant about the pretzel jello because...
Listen, I have a newfound respect for my sister-in-law who makes it for everything.
Honestly, maybe you should ask her. You should say, how stressful is it? Because maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the problem. Yeah. Maybe other people are like, Hannah, it's really not that hard. You have a problem, which is probably true.
No.
And it comes back to the time management thing because I'm always like, oh yeah, I'll have time to do this. But then it always takes so much longer than I think it's going to. But like for Thanksgiving, I made breadsticks, pecan pie bars, key lime pie, pretzel jello salad, and like a regular salad. And all of the other things, no problem. No stress. Loved it. Enjoyed it. The pretzel jello salad, hated every minute.
You should stop making pretzel jello salad. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
It's become an expectation for my children. But yeah, I did tell them that it was going to look a little different from here on out because...
Listen, it'll still taste the same.
It will. They won't even remember the difference, honestly.
No, they won't. I'm impressed by that. I made one dessert for all of Thanksgiving.
Well, I feel like because I'm always you hosted.
Yes. I mean, I made all the food.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. What do you mean then?
But I only made one dessert, but it's the best.
Okay.
I will
Tell
submit
me more.
It is the best pie you will ever eat in your life.
I also made a chocolate pie. I forgot about that one.
Oh, that's also good. For those people who like pumpkin. Not everybody likes pumpkin.
Okay. What is it?
It is a freezer pumpkin pie.
Oh.
You don't bake it.
Okay.
The crust is ginger snaps and pecans. Like it's like a graham cracker crust, but it's ginger snaps and pecans. You have to cook that part, I guess. That's like for 5 minutes. That doesn't really count.
Yeah.
You get your pumpkin, you've got your spices, and then you mix it in with ice cream.
Whoa. Wait, in the pie dish.
Yeah. So you mix it in the mixer and then you put it in the pie dish.
With ice cream.
Yeah, you mix the pumpkin puree with the pumpkin or with the ice cream.
That does sound worth trying.
I'll send you the recipe.
Yeah, please do.
It's so good.
Please do.
Because I can make it on Sunday before Thanksgiving.
That's what's so nice.
Sits in my freezer.
I'm like, someday I'll be on top of things enough that I'll be able to, the week before, tell ChatGPT all the recipes that I'm going to make and then have it give me like, okay, this one you can start on Sunday.
Right.
This one you can start.
Right.
Because there were so many things where I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize this had, or like I made this chocolate pie. I'd never made that one before. Cause I always like to try one new recipe. And so I made this chocolate pudding pie, but it was like a homemade pudding. I'd never made pudding before those.
Oh.
It wasn't that hard, but it did have to sit for 4 hours in the fridge before you put it into the pie, which I did not realize. So it's just lots of things like that where you're like, oh, I didn't realize this is going to take 4 hours. I thought
an additional amount of time to prepare. Yeah. That would be, I have started using ChatGPT more and more. I don't use it very often.
Yeah.
Scott lives by ChatGPT.
I'm a big fan. It's like a really hot take on the internet. People think it's like destroying the world, which is so interesting to me. I mean, from all the backlash I see is like a global warming
It's using a lot of water to keep
Yes, it's using a lot of water. But the thing that is so interesting to me that I'm like, people are complaining about this like on TikTok and Instagram. And I'm like, and you think Instagram and TikTok are not using a lot of water? Like
They're using the same amount.
AI also. Like their algorithms work on the same technology. So it's just so fascinating how it's like people are
and what's fascinating
some things are okay, but some things are not. And for whatever reason, we've decided that.
Is they're putting an AI data center, I think.
Okay.
In the middle of the desert.
Right. Where there's no
Utah.
water. Yeah, that's so true.
So like, it's not.
How does that work?
in my opinion, and I only know this because my siblings all play computer games and whatever, their computers reuse the water to keep their computers cool.
Oh, interesting.
So it's recycled water. It's just constantly going around. So I'm assuming
that they have something like that figured out.
I don't know what that does, but like that's happening in these data centers.
Yeah, that would make sense.
They have to be recycling the water. They can go through and filter the water. They do it on cruise ships, and that's with people.
Yeah,
stuff on
and
it,
like
like a
making
computer
it much grosser.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like a computer data center using it, it's not
going to be as
dirty.
Yeah. That's so interesting.
I don't know. That's if they're putting it in a desert where it's already hot in the summertime.
Yeah, and there's not a lot of water around.
Right. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's super interesting. It's so interesting that because like in some way, some places it's like you can't admit that you're using AI. Like you have to be like secretive about it or something.
Very careful about who you say you're using it around.
Yeah, it's so interesting. And I truly wonder this, like, is that how people felt about when the internet first started? Like, were there people
I was around.
Okay, tell me, what was the vibe?
I think people were very scared.
Yeah.
I mean, I was very young at this point in my life. But I think people were scared about what is this?
Yeah.
How is it going to change?
And were there people that were like, I will never, from a moral like a moral ground, never use that? I'm like, where are those people today? I'd love to see how that held up for them.
They're using AI.
They were the early adopters. They were like,
I'm sold.
We've been through this once before.
We've done this. Using it every day, all day long.
It really, I've seen a lot. I mean, it's helpful to me, like for a lot of things. Although I think they just changed the free plan because I was trying to do something the other day and it like let me ask 3 questions. And then it was like, now you have to pay. And I was like,
I was
wait until
things.
10 p.m.
So I'm going on a trip.
Okay, we need to talk about this trip.
Oh, this week?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's not the one?
No, I'm going on another trip next month.
Okay.
But anyway, I was uploading photos of items because I'm going to Europe. And I was like, is this dual voltage? Because, and so after 3 uploads, it was like, you can't upload any more photos. I'm like, that's not fair.
I know.
I don't use you enough to pay for you all the time.
I know.
So anyway, yes, but I am going on a trip this week.
When you add photos, that it eats up a lot really fast, which is frustrating.
So lame.
Yeah. But I'm like, everything, it is a little crazy, like how everything these days is subscription based. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Somebody's got to make money somehow.
I know. And like on the one hand, I get it. And on the other hand, it's like, when does it end? Like,
how many subscriptions are we paying for? Where's Rocket
so
Money?
Many.
Are you going to sponsor this?
Rocket Money, are you listening? Yeah, seriously. Oh, it's crazy. Okay, I want to talk about your trip for this week, and then we'll dive into our topic for today, because it kind of is adjacent, actually.
It is.
This probably is not a Christmas tradition. Today we're going to be talking about Christmas traditions.
I'm so excited. I love traditions.
But I want to hear about this. This is kind of a tradition because you said you did it with your older kids.
Yeah, my older kids have done this.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So tell me more.
So, and they were about Claire and Oliver's age. So I have 2 older kids, Courtney and Alex. And then I have my 2 little kids, Claire and Oliver. And when I think it was like 2008, 2009, it was 2008, they went up to visit my parents who lived in Alaska at the time.
Oh, it was your parents that lived there?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And they stayed up there for a week, and all of a sudden I get these pictures of them in the North Pole, and they're at Santa Claus's house. Mm-hmm. And so my dad took my big kids to Santa Claus's house. And earlier this year, Claire comes to me and she's like, listen, Courtney and Alex have gone to Santa Claus's house right after Thanksgiving. And I need you to text Grandpa and tell him that I'm asking early enough that he should take me this year. And so I text my dad and I go, hey, Claire feels that it is her turn to get to go to Santa Claus's house. And his response was, here's our hotel reservation. Here's our rental car reservation. Here's your tickets, and we'll meet you at the airport.
Wow.
So we leave on Thursday. We are crazy.
So, okay. So there's a city in Alaska called North Pole.
North Pole, Alaska. It's near Fairbanks.
It literally sounds like something out of a Hallmark movie.
Yeah, except it's freezing.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
But yeah.
How far was it from where your parents were living? Like, did they have to make like a trek there?
Yeah, I don't know how far it is. My parents lived in Anchorage. I don't know. My dad's a pilot for Alaska.
Oh, okay.
So like they could go to the airport and get on a plane same day.
Gotcha.
No problem.
Yep.
And that's what they did with my big kids. And
Gotcha.
so now we're like having to make a trek to Alaska to go to the North Pole and see Santa Claus.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
So is there like a whole itinerary planned of like the things that you do, or you just kind of show up?
What's funny is I am a planner.
Yeah.
I like to know what I'm doing, when I'm doing things, how long, all of the things. I want to know everything. I have zero plans.
Okay. So your parents are going too?
Yes.
Fun.
Yeah. So my dad's like, I've got dinner reservations taken care of. Our hotel has breakfast. He's got it all planned. I don't have to do anything. This is like the most relaxing trip for me in that regard, aside from packing everybody.
And finding, what did you say the temperature is going to be?
-11 is the high.
Oh my gosh. How do you even pack clothes for that?
I think we're just cold.
Yeah.
I don't think there's warm.
Except the fact that you're just going to be cold for.
Yes.
How long are you there?
We leave Thursday, so we'll get there Thursday at like 3:00, which will be nighttime.
Okay.
And then we come home Sunday afternoon.
So what time does the sun set?
Like 2.
Oh my gosh.
What time does the sun rise? Like 10.
That's crazy.
Yeah, there's like 4 hours of daylight.
Oh my gosh.
But it's going to be clear skies, which means we'll get to see the aurora borealis.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and it's like far enough north that it's like legit.
You'll really be able to see it. It's not like the pictures that people are posting of like, look it through my phone. It looks so cool.
Yeah.
Which they do look cool.
They do.
They look very
but
cool,
I think
but
we'll
it's a
get to
little
see
bit
them
different. Wow. That's really cool.
I know. I'm super excited.
That's really cool. Have you before when your parents lived there? No. Okay.
No, I've been to Alaska multiple times. I've never seen the aurora borealis.
Okay.
Yeah. Or a moose randomly.
Well, maybe this will be the trip to see both.
Yeah.
I think I'd be terrified to see a moose. Moose freak me out.
I'm a little terrified about them, but like they're everywhere.
Yeah.
But every time I've gone to Alaska, I've never seen one. And my family has all seen one.
Funny.
And I'm like, I've never seen a moose in real life.
Do you guys have lots of Christmas traditions that you do?
We have a few like that my kids love and expect, even my big kids. I'm huge on traditions, and it's actually since Courtney and Alex have moved out and moved on with their life, it's funny that they know what we're doing on these holidays, so they'll call in to be a part of it.
That's cool though.
Yeah.
That's really nice. Neat
So,
that they're like still wanting, like it clearly was meaningful to them, so they still want to have a part of it.
Which is kind of like, I did a whole blog post at one point about how traditions are so essential to our lives and how they make us feel like we're a part of something, and they create this feeling of home. Like on Halloween, I always make chili and cornbread and cinnamon rolls, and my kids know this. And so like Courtney, she just got married, and so she did that on Halloween for her and her husband. And so just these little things. On Sunday, we always eat, we call it dippy lunch.
Okay.
Where we come home from church and we'll have all sorts of things. We'll have vegetables and dip. We'll have crackers and cheese. We'll have like popcorn chicken from Costco, like just all this stuff. And we sit on the floor in our living room and turn on a movie and eat lunch as a family every Sunday after church. But they all know this.
Yeah.
And so like, that's what they expect when they come home. It just gives them like this grounding sense of belonging to something. And so the same thing is true like with Thanksgiving, with our lunch on Thanksgiving and doing a traditional Thanksgiving dinner. Courtney's already called today and been like, what time are you opening a book today? So that they can FaceTime in and we can read a Christmas book together. Cause I do that at Christmas Do
you wrap all the books?
I wrap 24 books.
Does that take forever? That looks awful to me.
No, I mean, books aren't hard to wrap.
It's true. They're a good shape.
It took me maybe an hour.
Okay.
And it was 24 books. And so
And it's like the same books that you're wrapping up every year.
Yeah. I added a couple new ones in this year.
Okay.
Just because some of them were for little kids and no longer applicable to our lives.
Yeah.
Today. So I just changed out a couple of books and so that was fun. We have a book that we read, and if you want to do it, like something separate is we do How Winston Saves Christmas. It's a Advent book.
Okay.
It's 24 chapters, and you read one chapter a day, and there's an activity with it.
Oh, so do you do that in addition to the 24 books? That's a separate thing?
It's
okay.
It's the book we read on day 1 of December.
Oh.
But like for someone who doesn't want to have to do 24 books, it's also just like you could do this and
just
that's
do that one instead. Because like it's so hard because I love the thought of traditions. I love the idea of them.
But you would like, I know that for you, you're like, I don't want to do it because I don't want to have to be held to that responsibility every year.
Yeah.
And
that's exactly the problem. It feels so overwhelming. It's like, well, how do I know what my capacity is going to be next December? Like, and the 20 Decembers after that. Like, it just feels like scary.
Right. Well, and I just started doing the books maybe 4 years ago.
Oh, okay.
But my little kids really like it.
Mm-hmm.
And I started it when Claire started kindergarten. Was it kindergarten? And
that would make sense if it was 4 years ago.
And so like she was learning to read and she was not wanting to read every day.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what if I made it something fun?
Were you already reading to them at night?
Yeah.
Okay. But it was just because it was Christmas, it made it like more fun.
Yeah.
Special.
It kind of was a little different.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't have to think about what book we were going to read today or whatever. It was provided for her.
Gotcha.
So, and we have like the traditional ones, 12 Days of Christmas or
what are you doing for 12 Days of Christmas?
No, like it's a book.
Oh, that's
we
a book.
read that
okay,
book,
I thought you meant that was another tradition. Okay.
You know, like
12
like, days before.
That was a tradition my family had growing up was we would do like an anonymous 12 Days of Christmas.
Oh, I like that.
For another family, which I think is so cool. And also the thought of loading all my kids up every single night for 12 nights to drop something off to someone. I'm like, it's cool, but like, that sounds awful. Especially because it's cold. I mean, it was cold. Like, I remember being so cold as a kid, and it was in California. So, like, it was
not as cold as Utah.
Not as cold as here. But it's like, honestly, I have so much respect for my mom, like, just doing it and we would do multiple families some years, and we would do multiple, like she had this really clever like 12 Days of Christmas where it went along with the song, but it was like, changed. So it'd be like 7, what are they? Why am I blanking on the words?
You're not giving away 5 golden rings.
5 golden things.
Oh.
And so it was like golden, like she had 5 golden things that I can't remember what they were. Like maybe one was like a little bag of golden coins, and then it was like a golden I don't remember, like candies, like different candies that had gold on them or things like that.
Okay.
It was really cute. That. And like 7 sweet rolls swimming, that was one of them. So it was like cinnamon rolls.
That's so
but it was like, then she had to make cinnamon rolls or like buy them and then put them on this little like thing that my dad would decorate to look like water, and it was very labor intensive, and it was really cool. I just don't know if I have that much energy.
Well, but then you make your guys' Halloween costumes. And to me, I'm like, no, thanks. I will spend whatever dollars, but you love doing it.
It's true. I do. But I don't know if my kids
you have, though.
care about it though. Maybe they do. I don't know.
The year you don't do it, they will all ask about it. Maybe not the baby.
He'll not remember. Yeah. I don't know. Cause like for my older kid, well, mostly Lydia's like ready to be done with it. I think. Aww. She just wants to do her own thing, which is fair.
I know.
But if I can get her buy-in, then everyone else is like on board. But I'm sure at some point they're going to be like, Mom, just let me do what I want to do. So.
Yeah. Let me be what I want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, thankfully, there was one year that Lydia had like a different costume for school than she did like for our family costume. But that was kind of our compromise because I still wanted her to be part of it. But then this past year when we did Wizard of Oz, she was like on board because she was a big fan of Wizard of Oz. So if I can find a theme, if I can center it around whatever she wants to do.
You've got years. One year Alex was a vending machine for
Okay,
Halloween.
that's cool.
In my mind, though, I'm like, you could do a vending machine theme, and each of your kids could be a different candy bar.
That is so true.
I know.
Okay.
I think they would like it.
They might. I know it's true. We have gotten kind of into like a characters track, you know, like where we're always characters, but that doesn't have to be. I've even seen one where it's like everyone dresses of a character from like their favorite book, and you're like kind of a smorgasbord of like book characters.
Fast food joint.
That would be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a good one. The options are
You've got
endless.
So many options available to you. Whereas I'm just like, what do you want to be?
Yeah.
We're at Walmart. What do you want to be? Pick it out. I will pay for it.
Okay, so do you feel like traditions, because this is the other question that I have too, is like the balance between deciding like, okay, this is going to be like the book one. Like that's obviously a very intentional decision of like, I'm going to wrap up these books. We're going to read one every year and we're going to do that or every day. And we're going to do that every year. Whereas like other traditions that just kind of like organically happen. And then it's like, oh, let's do that again. Do you have any like that have happened? Or have they mostly been more intentional?
And I've had friends who've done this same tradition that I did it one year because I thought it would be really fun. And then we've had to do it every year since. And I actually don't hate it. It's on Valentine's Day.
Oh, okay.
We do a mystery dinner.
Yes. Okay. We do that on April Fool's Day.
So ours is you have a menu. And you pick, it's got first course, second course, third course.
Yep.
You pick 3 things in there. For
Everything's
ours,
in code.
Yeah. So for ours, it's love songs. Titles.
Oh, okay.
And then you pick a color. Pink, red, or white. And that's all you know is you've picked these random songs and you don't know what you're going to get. And your color is your utensil. So sometimes you've got a knife that you're eating jello and pudding with or, hot fudge or whatever number of things. And every item that you eat is red, pink, or white.
The whole menu is red, pink, or white. Interesting. So what do you serve for like the main dish usually?
So I've got like bagels and cream cheese.
Okay.
I've got strawberries. I've got pink or red jello.
Okay.
Whipped cream. The only thing I have that's not one of those colors is hot fudge.
Okay.
Which I make from scratch.
Ooh, delicious.
And then I get a pepperoni pizza.
Okay.
Because it's red and white. And what else do we have? We have like pink lemonade. And so it's just kind of a smorgasbord of stuff.
Cute.
So they don't know, you're going to be eating, I don't know, a bagel with hot fudge and a fork. It's just whatever you pick.
Yeah.
And my kids love it.
Yeah, we do that. It's really similar. It doesn't have the color scheme. And it's not song lyrics. It's just, I'll just make up random words. As a matter of fact, last year I used ChatGPT.
I remember this.
Yeah, to just give me a bunch of things. So it's like there's a little bit of a clue if like they can figure it out after the fact of like, oh, this thing was this dish. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm trying to think of a good example. Like milk was like cloud juice or something like that.
Oh,
so
okay.
like you see it and you're like, I don't know what that would be. But then once you get all of them, then you can see, that's what that was.
Equated this. That's a great idea too. Yeah.
So we do that on April Fools. And that is fun. And my kids do look forward to that.
Yeah. It's so fun.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have to do one for April Fools for my kids.
You don't have to do it on Valentine's and April Fools. That feels like a lot.
I can do whatever.
It's true. You can do whatever you want. The hardest part that I'm still trying to figure out is like the dishes, because I try to have everything in its own dish so that I can just like bring it over fast, And I just need to buy some like paper boats or something from Amazon. That would probably make it easier.
Oh, that actually makes a lot of sense. I could do that too. I just kind of have it set up in my kitchen with it, as stations. And then I just kind of work around.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work for me.
Yeah.
They all enjoy it.
Yep. I know. That's kind of like the underlying thing, I feel like, of family traditions, and especially stereotypically, like it always falls on the woman, right? Like you're kind of carrying the mental and physical load of making it all happen.
Absolutely. But I don't think Scott would think to do them.
Right.
because he starts other things and I'm like, you're going to regret that.
Oh, like accidental traditions, you mean?
Or just like, do you really want the kids climbing on your back like that? Because it's not going to stop now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know. But I like that kind of stuff. I thrive on traditions and I thrive on making those for my kids.
Yeah, I like them too. I don't know what my historically, especially with Christmas, and all the things, I've just known that my capacity would be low because I was pregnant and had newborns and stuff. So it's like, I almost feel like I'm putting more pressure on myself now. And some degree, I think it's kind of good, like, to just like make me actually figure out what I want.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, it's like, I don't want to overload myself with like expectation because then it's not going to be fun. And like, I think me being like generally happy to be around in December is more important than like forcing all of these traditions that are fun, but like not if I'm going to be a grump for the rest of the week,
Absolutely.
It's tricky balance.
Well, and I think if you were like, I'm ready to add something in, I have capacity to add
I think that's a good way to think about it, is like, I just need to think of like one thing we can do this year that we haven't done before, rather than being like, okay, this is the year.
This.
We're going to get all the traditions done. Like we're going to get them all established this year now that I'm not pregnant and I don't have a newborn. But that feels overwhelming. So I just need to pick one thing.
One thing. Just do one thing.
I did. Well, it's been kind of happening for a while, but I'm solidifying it as a tradition. But it's like one of my friends told me about her friend that does it, but it's like the festival of the first snowfall, where on the first snow, you just like have hot chocolate and whipped cream. That's all it is.
That's easy though.
I know. That was easy. But it was on Sunday, yesterday. That was the first day.
I know.
And I made...
They were huge flakes.
They were huge. I made hot chocolate, but I made like... We didn't have the packet hot chocolate. Like we just hadn't bought any. So I made some. And one of my kids was like, this is gross. And I was really grumpy. So that was on me.
Listen, kids are the best and the worst. Like, they will give you the highest of highs and the lowest of lows.
Tradition.
Yeah.
Don't be a jerk.
No. Right. Don't.
It's hard, man.
Listen, when I make food and they're like, I don't like that. You haven't even tried it yet.
Oh my gosh. 100% of the time.
How do you even know?
Yeah, that was the thing. Is he hadn't even tried it, but he'd already decided he wasn't going to like it.
It's not green.
And I was like, great, then you don't get any. And I took it back and then there were tears and I was like, I felt fully justified.
You were justified.
He did come around. He did like it. It was fine, but I was just really bugged with him for having attitude because I was all excited about my cute little festival of the first snowfall.
Having kids is allowing your emotions and your variables to be controlled by a tiny human.
Yep.
Who does not have a frontal cortex.
It is extremely taxing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
But I also wouldn't trade any of it. Like,
yeah,
we were decorating the tree last night at my house and Oliver was like, oh, this one's my favorite. Oh, this one's my favorite too. I love them all. He was so excited. And Scott's like, I hate decorating the Christmas tree. And I was like, well, you don't have to. We have children.
Yeah. I don't really love it either. I know. It's like weird. And honestly, we haven't always decorated our tree because...
You had babies?
Yeah. Well, and because I just didn't have the capacity. We also don't really have ornaments. Like any of the ornaments that we have are ornaments like from when I was a child that my mom gave me. Which was nice.
Yeah.
But like, we probably just need to like go buy ornaments, but then it feels like they have no sentimental value. So then I don't know why I overcomplicate Christmas so much. I'm just learning this as I'm speaking out loud.
Yeah. When I was like starting my own home and it was my first Christmas and I didn't go home to my family for Christmas. I was married. And I went out and I was like, what do I want my Christmas tree to look like? Mm-hmm. And I was like, I want it to be all snowmen.
Okay.
And so all of my Christmas ornaments are generally snowmen. I have a few that are not, but...
And how did you accumulate them? Like, do you buy them year round when you see them?
I buy them. For a long time, my mom was buying me Christmas ornaments for every person in my family, with the idea that they would then go to those people, like my 2 older kids have 18 ornaments that they get to take with them. I still have Alex's because he's in India. He doesn't need them in India, but like Courtney has hers at home now. And she would just write their little initials at the bottom of it. And, cute. And that's kind of what that was. But as I've seen them, I've just bought them. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Some of them are from the North Pole. Some of them are from Alaska.
I think that's the difference too. Well, I'm just thinking because like I don't really go into stores very often. Like almost everything I do is delivery unless it's Costco. So it's like
I went to Costco before I came here.
Oh, was it awful?
No. Oh, yes. There was a lot of people there, but I knew I had to buy base layers.
Okay.
And so I just like went straight to the base layers. I almost texted you to be like, do you need milk?
Oh, that's so kind.
But I was like, I don't have time to walk back there.
And you were able to get what you needed and get out? I got
what I needed and walked right out.
And you didn't get anything extra. That is a feat. I feel like they should give you a reward when you
I feel like I should have gotten my stuff for free.
I think so. If you like only came into the store for what they needed, for what you needed.
Yeah.
That's really impressive.
I'm pretty proud of myself today.
But my point is like, because I don't really go, I'm not like seeing them around, you know? So if I wanted to buy an ornament, I would need to go with the intention of buying an ornament or like order one on Amazon, you know? And I never have. I've never bought an ornament.
Hannah.
Is that crazy?
How would you classify like your Christmas style or your decor style?
Yeah, that's a good question. Well, I mean, I really so we get a live tree. Well, it's not really live anymore because it's cut down. But like we get
you don't have a faux
fresh tree. Yeah, we don't have a faux tree. Which is funny because Steve and I both had fresh trees growing up, and so we both just like,
hey, guess what? That's a tradition.
I know. Yes, it's true. It's a tradition to go get the tree. But it's also tradition to forget to water it for like the first 3 days and then have it be dead by like 10 days in.
Listen.
And having it drop the pine needles
if you put Sprite in there, it'll last longer.
I've heard that. Well, I think the problem is that it just needs a lot of water in the first 24 hours, like more than our
because it hasn't had water for a long time.
Well, and because it's like because they trim off the bottom usually, like at Home Depot, they'll like trim off the bottom and then it like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm totally making this up, but from what I understand, it's like when they trim it off, then that new part will like suck up a bunch of water. But I think our tree stand just doesn't hold enough water that it needs. So even when we refill it multiple times, I think it's still just not getting enough water.
Then you need a new tree stand.
Well, no, because it's only for the first 24 hours. So I was like spying in my neighbor's garage the other day. Her garage door was open and I noticed that she had gotten a live tree and she put it in her garage for 48 hours in like a Costco,
a 5-gallon bucket.
Yeah, not even, it was like one of those tote box things, like black storage bucket things. Like she had that filled with water.
Maybe you should try that
I think that's what we're going to try.
I think that's a great idea.
I know. We're going to see how it goes.
So you get this live tree, which is a great family tradition.
Yeah, we get the live tree. We get it from Home Depot. It's very,
perfectly priced.
Iconic.
In every way.
It's actually really expensive, which is why.
Have you ever done one from Costco?
Yeah, I don't think. Okay, so last year, none of the Costcos did it. The year before, only 2 Costco locations did it.
Okay.
And they run out really fast. But I was going to call and see if they were doing them this year.
Yeah, I haven't. Like I went to Costco, but I literally had blinders on today.
I don't know.
But so then you're going to decorate it. What do you...
So yeah, in the past, we haven't always decorated it. Sometimes we just put it up. We usually put lights on it. Well, I don't know if I'd say usually. About half of the time we put lights on it.
This is awesome.
And then, yeah, I do have like a bag of ornaments but they're like basically trash. Like a lot of them are like made out of paper.
Hannah, we're going to go shopping. I'm going to make you walk into a store with me.
I do have these red beads.
Okay.
That are kind of look like cranberries from a distance that I love. Like I love the green and the red. And then I love the white lights.
I love white lights too.
So I love that.
Okay.
But then, yeah, I don't really have like an aesthetic for the ornaments. And part of me is like, I don't love a super busy tree. Like I do like the simplicity. So I don't need a ton of ornaments. No. But probably some would be good. One year, it was actually hilarious because one year we never decorated it. And so my kids just started putting toys on it. Like they would just put their toys on.
They were like, we're taking matters into our own hands.
Yeah, they literally put the breast pump on the tree. It was the most hilarious thing.
Oh my gosh, I love your children so much. Okay.
Yeah, good times.
Okay, yeah, we're going to go shopping and we'll
Where do you even go? Hobby Lobby? Is that where you would go?
Yeah, Hobby Lobby. I know you hate Target, but they're
I don't hate Target. I just prefer Walmart.
But their ornament section is top notch.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Actually, one of my friends did this, and I was like, that'd be such a cute tradition. And then I mentioned it to Steven, and he didn't have quite the same level of enthusiasm about it than I did. So then I was like, oh, this is a dumb idea, which I don't think is what he meant at all. But the idea was that they do like a secret Santa for an ornament, and then they go to Target, and then they each pick out an ornament that like represents the person that they picked their year, or like
that'd be really cute to do.
I think that's so cute. And then
I love
Steven
that.
like asked a question about it, and okay, have you ever read the book the Four Tendencies?
Yes.
Oh, you have? Okay, so Steven's a questioner.
Mm-hmm. So is Scott.
Okay, so I always have to remind myself of that.
Question.
It feels like that's a really dumb idea, and I'm going to point that out by this question.
Yes.
It doesn't usually. Actually, he's like, I wouldn't say
Steven's a great guy.
Yeah, no. I know this. Like, that doesn't sound like it paints him in a great light, and that's not at all how I mean it. But I'm refiltering this conversation that we had, remembering that he's a questioner, and I'm like, okay, yeah, he didn't mean like that's a bad idea, which is how I interpreted it.
Listen,
he was just genuinely asking like, how does this work? Because he was basically like, well, how do they have ornaments for everybody? Like he didn't understand how they could have ornaments that could represent everybody's year. Because he's like, well, what if they don't have one that represents your year? And I was like, you're missing the point. but
then
it's a fair point.
You could put the kid's initial on it,
right?
It's intended for, and then they take it with them,
right?
When they
and the year.
I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna do it when we're in the North Pole.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
Oh, that's gonna be really cute. Okay,
shout out to Mary. That was her. I saw her on her Instagram stories. She was like, "This is what we do every year," and I was like, "That is so fun." I think you should do it.
I think you should still do it.
I think we should. Okay, because she said there were like $3 ornaments.
Yeah, they're not very expensive at all.
Yeah,
and it will create. I like traditional Christmas ornaments and trees. I don't subscribe to like getting all of these sprigs and ribbons and whatever. That's a little
they're like picks. Is that what are the things called that are like the frilly things on the top? Yeah, I'm not crazy about those.
When I was in high school, I used to babysit for this woman who is from England, and she'd go, "That's a little OTT over the top," and I just don't like it. I want the old school ornaments. I want just like whatever. I like the ornaments my kids make. We have a tree with all of their handmade ornaments on it.
Cute.
And then they can take them if they want them, or I just keep them.
Yeah.
They usually don't survive very long, but
I know. That's the thing. It's like anytime we have tried to make like more sentimental ones, they just get broken. Then I'm like, why was like,
or there's just a giant glob of glitter.
Yeah. It's a huge mess
on their face. We have one of those. Alex didn't like his school picture.
Oh my gosh. Yep. Yeah. Or one of my kids like got a marker and like drew through one of my other kids' faces on their like kindergarten picture ornament, Yeah.
You're going to remember that. It's, these memories are what make your life go round.
It's true.
Yeah.
Any other last traditions you want to share before we wrap up?
I think I've said all my traditions. I'm starting a new one now.
I know that. I think that's such a fun one. I think the reason why I do is because I do like the simplicity, and then I like get in this. I overthink it because I'm like, oh well, I don't want it to get so busy and like overdone. Both in like so many traditions that you're like packing something in every day, and also physically in the tree with the number of ornaments.
Listen, you're gonna start getting more breast pumps in there.
That's right.
All the breast pumps.
I know. They're just gonna find them
free.
They're find them all and put them on the tree.
No, I think there's definitely like things you could do.
Yeah.
Too.
I think so too.
And now that your kids are getting bigger and older.
Yeah. And they really care. Like yesterday, Lydia was like, okay, let's put all the Christmas things on the calendar. You know, she's like, okay, so this night's the sing along.
She's an oldest daughter.
100%. And yeah, what is your?
I'm an oldest daughter.
You are an oldest daughter. Okay.
I have 2 oldest daughters because once you have
That's true.
a 5-year span, it's like the next one becomes an oldest child. Mm-hmm. And so I've got both of my daughters are both oldest daughters.
That's so interesting.
It's completely wild. And I've always tried to be like, nope, you are not responsible for cleaning up after your brother. Nope. Mm-hmm. I've always done that because I've never wanted them to feel like they are responsible for it. But it's just what happens. But Lydia is an oldest daughter.
I know. And I like hate the stereotype too, because it's like, it's not particularly positive on the mother, I feel like, of the oldest daughter. Like in the fact that like it feels like the takeaway is that like the mom was not involved enough that like the oldest daughter had to take on the responsibility. Does that make sense? Do you feel that?
I don't feel it.
Okay.
Because I think that oldest girls in general come wired to nurture, and I may be grossly overstepping on that, but like I know that I nurture. Even my sister, who is the baby of the family, is a nurturer. Like it's a female God-given thing, I believe, that women tend to be more nurturing.
I don't feel particularly nurturing.
But you are.
I mean, maybe,
when
but like I would never use that word to describe
myself. But when
myself.
I watch you, that's what I see. That's a word I would describe you with.
Really? You would use that as a descriptor of me? Huh. Okay.
Yeah. Like when you're on stories and a kid needs something, like you give them attention for a moment and you comfort them. That's nurturing. I think as oldest daughters, that we come kind of wired to be organized and to be like, hey, we need to do this. I need to do this. I need to do this. I want these things to happen, so I'm going to make them happen. Mm-hmm. And there's other things that go into it, but it is definitely like, this is the outcome I want. So these are the steps I have to take.
Yeah.
I see that in Courtney. I see that in Claire. I do it myself. Yeah. Like it's just kind of who we are. Because my boys don't care. Just younger than their oldest sister. Mm-hmm. And so like they've got someone telling them what to do and when to be there.
Yeah. See, and my big pushback for that is like Quincy. So like my third, he is almost exactly like Lydia.
Interesting.
I mean, and everything from like my pregnancy with him was almost identical to hers, which is why I thought he was going to be a girl.
Because and they're what? 3 years apart?
Almost exactly. 3 years and 10 days apart.
Yeah.
So since their birthdays are 10 days apart, what Lydia did for her birthday party, he wanted exactly. And so like she brought me a list. So he saw that and he brought me this is what we're doing for the party. She made the invitation. He made the invitation. It's so interesting because he is so similar to her in that. And like,
but I can see that.
Yeah. But my second couldn't care less.
Children are so different. They've got their own agendas. Like I've seen, my, like those TikToks or whatever, where it's like your first one is like this. And then your second one is, that's like exactly my second on both
so funny
ends. Like Alex was just a little bit crazy and Oliver's a little bit crazy and creative, and it's just who they are.
Mm-hmm. And see, and I wouldn't describe my second as crazy. Like I wouldn't describe him as
they're just different than the first.
Yes,
that's what
true.
I mean. Not crazy, but just
because I have seen the TikToks where it's like the first one is like da da, and the second one like the rock music comes on, and they're like spinning out on their car or whatever, right? And I don't feel like it's that, but he is definitely his own. Like he couldn't be bothered about any of the things.
He's a little bit type B.
I would say more than a little bit, but like, and to the point where like nobody's gonna tell that kid what to do. Like he's
doing his own thing.
He's doing his own thing.
I love that for him.
Woo! Woo, it's fun. I was going to say this too. Well, I couldn't decide if I was going to talk about this today or on my next solo episode, but because I had been venting about chores and like figuring out how to structure like doing jobs on Saturday mornings. Because every Saturday morning,
I'll come back and do another episode with you on this.
Oh my gosh, really? You have that? You have things? You have wisdom for me?
I have so much to say.
Oh my gosh.
So much to say. Okay,
maybe we do need to do a part two then.
Let's do a part 2.
Okay. Well, the one thing that I will say then is just that I think I figured out the problem. And the problem is I want one system that works for me and all 5 of my children that are currently doing chores.
Good luck.
And it doesn't exist. Like, It's just not possible to have one thing that is going to satisfy all parties. No. And I think that's what's so hard about it is that it's like what works for one kid doesn't work for the other kids. And then it's like, well, they got to do this and they got, so then it's all the fighting about the differences.
The part of parenting that I dislike the most.
It's so hard.
I have so many rants on it.
About chores?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Then we're
gonna do this.
Put a pin in that. We're gonna come back for part 2 because I want to hear all of them and I have lots too.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, well then let's just wrap up this episode. Thanks so much for coming.
You're welcome.
So fun to chat with you.
It was so fun to come and do this.
Thanks
I'm so glad I'm on Rantish.
for naming the podcast. We didn't even finish that story, but basically I had just put out a call on Instagram of I'm thinking about starting a podcast. Do you have any ideas? And then you just DM'd me Rantish, right? Was that how it went?
I was like, because you get a little rantish on stuff.
Yeah, because that I had used that word a couple of times, like on stories. I don't even remember what about, honestly.
No, I don't remember either. It was years ago, so.
Yeah.
And it was like significantly before you started the podcast.
Yes.
So.
And looked it up and it didn't already exist, so I went with it.
I love it.
All credit to Sarah. Oh. Thanks so much for joining me. This is so fun to chat. And we are definitely going to do a part 2.
Okay.
End rant.